Hello there, this is Mr. Skyless. I wanted to give parents and students a preview of what we will be doing for the fractions unit in 4th grade math. This curriculum is not the investigations curriculum, so we do not use our investigations book for this, and so I pretty much have to make a lot of the materials that we are going to use and make copies of those materials. It's called New York Engage. It is available online, but I kind of set the students up with everything they need. So each student starts by getting a packet of, well, I'll show you, it looks like this, where they have blank pages, front and back blank pages, and then it contains the problem set, which is the classwork. It goes to lesson 2, problem set, lesson 3 notes, lesson 3 problem set, goes to lesson 4, 5, and 6. Every packet has, I don't know, roughly 5 to 6 lessons in it. Here's an example of some student work that we've already completed. This is the notes that we took for lesson 1. You can see this student decided to highlight the vocab words for this lesson, which really there's not a ton of vocab. On the back, they have some of the pictures and diagrams we use, and then they have completed their work. After they complete their classwork, it is checked by me, and then they move on to their homework. Oftentimes, we start the homework and even finish the homework in class. Let's see another example of this student's work. And I'll go through on later videos and show what each of these are and explain the lessons. See this student, I'd say as the lessons go on, we just started this, so as we get going, I think the student work starts to get neater, clearer, more organized. By lesson 5, using area models, and then our final lesson was lesson 6 here. And it can look kind of confusing, but the students really in their notes write down what problem 1, what they're going to look like, and the steps that they need to go through and what they need to show on their work. And all of that is in the notes that we take. So we take in the notes, we usually do it 1 example, 2 example, at least 3 examples, and those 3 match up with number 1 on the classwork. These are all number 1s. Number 2 on the classwork, these are all number 2s, and then number 3 on the classwork. So our 3 examples exactly match the 3 problems they have to complete in the classwork, and then it matches directly up to the homework questions as well. So in my future videos, I'll kind of start actually doing some of this work and explaining what it is we're doing. If students miss notes, I keep them. So I write them on the board using the smartboard, and then I save those files. So I can print those files for students, or students can get the notes from someone else and make sure that they get that information down. But they are still expected to try to complete all the classwork in this entire packet. At the end of the packet, we review all these lessons, everything that we've learned, and then we usually take a quiz over lessons on this one, 1 through 6. The quiz is exactly problems out of here. So I take problems out of the homework, out of the classwork, maybe change up the numbers a little bit, but for the most part they look exactly the same. This program's worked great the last 3 years. We've had a lot of success from it. One thing that can be very difficult for students is that the way and words that they use for the directions can be very mature and very tough to understand. But I've noticed students from lesson 1 to lesson 6 to really start to pick up on the vocab that they use, such as decomposition and unit fractions, and we go over that every day in class. And so the directions can be confusing, but I always tell them that whatever the directions say, we have done that on the notes. So even though it sounds confusing, this is what number 1 looks like, this is what number 2 looks like, and this is what number 3 looks like on the classwork and on the homework. So I hope this clears up any misunderstandings or just helps you get an idea of what it is we're working on. We are going to be working on fractions for pretty much the entire month of March, and you'll get a new packet after we finish this one, And it's starting to really look good and starting to move very well, so I'm proud of the kids of what we've accomplished in lesson 1 through 6.